Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So I'm back today with another collection update, and this is where I talk about basically everything else that I grabbed in the month of January that has not already been shown in previous hauls, or in this case, in a couple upcoming hauls. So today I have movies and a couple collectibles to talk about, and I will mention that I do have a Big Lots haul ready to go, and also a disc replay haul that I plan to post in the coming weeks here. So those were items I grabbed in January as well, but this is basically everything else, something that I couldn't fit into another category. So they're going to show up in this video, and there's just a lot of really cool things here that I'm really excited to talk about. So let's do this, guys. If you are excited about this video, please give this one a like down below. That really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to my January 2022 collection update. Okay, so we'll start with the collectibles I ended up finding, and first up here is from a horror movie that I absolutely love, and I have no collectibles for this film anywhere, and so my buddy sent me a picture of this, and I knew I had to go see if my local Walmart had it. This is Gage and Church from Pet Sematary, and you can see this is a Walmart exclusive, and apparently it glows in the dark. I haven't tried that aspect out yet, but I think this one looks really cool. You have the cat there, and then obviously the young boy. So Pet Sematary is I read the book, and I thought the book was fine. It was okay, but for my money, the original movie is fantastic. I really like the remake as well. I know that's not a popular opinion, but I had fun with the remake, but obviously it's not as good as the original, I'll say. And so yeah, I just thought this pop figure looked really cool. I haven't bought many pop figures at all lately. I think the most recent was like those Christmas ones I grabbed maybe in November, I guess, of last year. They were on clearance, the Batman figures. But other than that, like, I haven't bought Pops in a while, or any Funko Pops in a while. So I figured, let's do this one. This one looks awesome. I love these characters. Heck yeah. I'm very happy to add this one to the top of the shelves here. So the first collectible I found is from Pet Sematary, a little Funko Pop of Gage and Church. So that one was really cool. But then the one I have been trying to find for months now, ever since this one came out. Well, when it was announced, I got excited about it, and then it came out, and I could find it literally nowhere. But finally, I was able to get my hands on another Toony Terror, which I think what was the last one I bought? I can't even remember, but it's been a while for that as well. But I finally found the Miner from My Bloody Valentine. This thing looks so great. I love it. You have the iconic box here. This is just awesome. There's the back of it. You get inside the mines. This is one of my favorite slashers of all time. Like, I always say that this is like the most underrated 80s slasher. It's fantastic. It just doesn't get talked about enough. Now, obviously, that's changed over the years. I felt that years and years ago, but then once Scream Factory got a hold of it, obviously things changed because Scream Factory is such a big name. But still, I think this one is just one of the greats. And so I've always loved this movie. I actually saw the remake first. It was one of the first movies that my now wife and I ever went to go see in theaters together when we first started dating, and then I saw the original years and years later, but I thought it was just excellent. So they're both great movies in their own regard, or in their own right. And so I was so happy to finally get my hands on the Miner. This is awesome. Unfortunately, you can see, like, it's not perfect. The edge is bumped up a little bit, but it was better than the other one they had there. And I mean, like, it's fine. I said I was going to take them out of the boxes, but I'm looking over there, like, I haven't done that with any of them yet. So even if it stays in the box, like, this is totally fine. Who cares, really? Like, it's just because I love this movie. I want to support the franchise. I love this Toony Terror line. Like, this is just an awesome combination of things I enjoy. So the Miner is the latest Toony Terror for my collection, and I'm so happy that I finally was able to find this. I went to a Target that I don't normally go to. It's relatively near me as well, but I never go there, and fortunately they had the hookup. And actually, that Target still was like an old school Target. It still had the old media section, which was just gigantic, had tons and tons of Toony Terrors and other figures there. It was awesome. Like, they had so much media. It was so great. So I'll probably go to that one a little bit more often. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. The Miner from Toony Terrors is the other collectible I ended up picking up. So now let's talk some DVDs, and then we're actually going to talk 4K, and then we'll wrap it up with the Blu-rays this month. So I ended up doing a little bit of eBay shopping at the beginning of 2022, and you'll see I do have quite like maybe 6 or so books, I guess, that I grabbed off of eBay, but I also have a couple of movies that I've been considering buying for quite some time, but I finally just said, you know what, let's just do it. I'm going to do it. So the first one I grabbed was the original movie from Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood. So this was like the first feature-length film for Scooby-Doo, as far as I understand it anyway. And so this was one that I definitely wanted to have in the collection. Never one I've ever seen before. I started watching the Scooby-Doo movies. I guess the first one would have been Scooby-Doo and the Boo Brothers, which I talked about before because I picked that one up last year, and I love it. It still holds up really well. It's just a fun Scooby-Doo movie. And so I figured I would go back and grab the original, because I think the second one, I'm just kind of winging it here, but I think the second one was The Reluctant Werewolf, but I could be wrong about that. But either way, I do have that one in the collection as well. So I needed Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood. So this one is in a really nice snapper case. You can see here, just awesome. So I was really happy to get this one, and I got it for such a great price on eBay. I was really happy about that. But yeah, so Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood is the first one I grabbed from eBay. Super excited to have that one in the collection. And then the next one here is another movie that I think is actually quite good, and I'd never hear anybody talk about it. Like, I don't even know how I found out the movie existed. It was just a random movie I came across when my wife and I started dating. We actually watched this one together. I love the original of this, but this is actually a prequel. This is Vacancy 2, The First Cut. So this is like exactly what I just said. It's a prequel to Vacancy, and so it kind of shows the setup for Vacancy, and it's like these, pervy guys recording people in their motel room, and then they sell these tapes online, and it is messed up. Like, it's a pretty good movie though, from what I recall of it. And so I cannot find it anywhere near me. I've been searching for disc replays for like probably 6 to 8 months now, and I just couldn't find it. So I was able to get it on eBay for a really good price, so I picked it up that way. But have not watched it again yet, but I want to watch this one and the original Vacancy back to back, because I just always enjoyed both of those, or the original Vacancy, and the one time I've seen this, I thought it was good. And so I really want to give it another shot and just see, if it holds up from what I recall it being. So Vacancy 2, The First Cut, is the other DVD I ended up grabbing off of eBay. And let me know if you guys have seen that one. I feel like no one talks about it, so maybe it's, not really well known. But the last DVD I grabbed here is actually from Walmart. I got it when I grabbed the Pet Sematary Pop, and it's actually an Asylum film, and I am so excited about it. This is Planet Dune, and so this, of course, is going to be the Dune mockbuster, and you can see the Asylum logo down here, but on the back, they always have the pull quotes here, the fake pull quotes, but this one is Tremors in Space. So yes, please. That sounds awesome. It does have the slip cover with it. And so, yeah, I'm just so excited to get another Asylum film. My buddy actually sent me some pictures by him, and there's also like Ape vs. Monster, I believe is the title of it. It's the, Godzilla vs. Kong mockbuster. And then there's one other one that is supposed to be like Independence Day meets something, but I'm forgetting. But he sent me a picture, and they're down to $5 at his Walmart. So after I bought this one, I got that picture. So I went back to some other Walmarts a few days later, hoping I'd find that same $5 deal. But unfortunately, mine are still $10. And so I'm hoping these eventually drop down to $5 at Walmart, because I would definitely go in and grab all of the Asylum ones, because you guys know I love that company. So yes, a brand new Asylum film, which doesn't often happen. I usually find these used. And so I was really happy to find this one. With Sean Young, we have Planet Dune, which of course, as everyone knows, is going to be just Tremors in space, according to the back here. So that just sounds awesome. Like, I'm really excited to check this one out. So that is the last of the DVDs I grabbed. So let's jump actually over to 4K now rather than Blu-ray. I'll wrap it up with Blu-ray at the end. A lot of what you're going to see for the rest of this video was items that I grabbed through, thanks to gift cards that I got for Christmas, including this one here. Actually, this one was not a gift card. This was a Best Buy rewards certificate that I had. But I have been hearing great things about this 4K release, and the movie just looked really fun. I love Ryan Reynolds, and so I had to grab it when it finally went on sale for a decent price. This is Free Guy. So this one, I think it dropped down to like $18 or something. So I figured, with my $5 off, heck yeah, I'm going to grab this one. for like 13 bucks. Why not? So this is, of course, the movie where like Ryan Reynolds plays like a NPC character, a non-playable character within this video game, and he basically grows a conscience and is trying to free himself from this world. So I've heard great things about the movie, heard even better things about this 4K release. It often shows up on like best of 4K for 2021. So really excited to add Free Guy to the collection and finally give that one a watch. And then we'll just continue through here. Another one that I grabbed off of Amazon rather. This one was Unbreakable. This is another one that I've just been waiting for the price to go down. So you guys know I'm a big M. Night Shyamalan fan. I really love this movie, and I would love to own all of his films in the best format possible. And so I know I have Unbreakable on, I want to say I actually have that one on DVD. And so Unbreakable, I needed to add to the collection on 4K. So this is just a great kind of like quiet superhero movie, I guess, but it's just done so well, and it's M. Night Shyamalan like is one of the best, and so I've always enjoyed this movie. An amazing cast on this as well. Unbreakable is awesome. Really excited to check out that 4K once I get around to it. Another one from Amazon here. This one was on sale for like $4 or something absurd. It was so cheap. I guess I don't know the price, but it was cheap. But this is Cars 3 on 4K. So it's kind of weird because I've only seen the original Cars, and I liked it, but it's not like my favorite of the Disney Pixar movies, but I enjoyed it. And so I figured, you know what, because this is so cheap, even though I don't own the other two on physical media, I just watched that first one on Disney Plus. So even though I didn't own Cars or Cars 2, I figured for the price, like I'm never going to find it this cheap again, so I might as well pick it up. Unfortunately, no slipcover with this one, but again, for the price, I can't really complain. So Cars 3 is now in the physical collection, which is always cool. And then, speaking of sales, this was another one. This one on sale on Amazon. This is The Suicide Squad. So James Gunn's Suicide Squad. And another one I have not yet seen. For whatever reason, I didn't get around to watching it when it was on HBO Max. And so I now have it on 4K and definitely want to watch this one soon. Heard really great things about this. Actually, I've heard like kind of mixed things about it, but given my history with like superhero movies, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this one. And I've heard really good things about the 4K disc. So definitely was excited to grab this one. This is another one. It dropped down maybe like $5 to $7 cheaper than what it normally was, and so that was my buying point. So happy to add the Suicide Squad to the collection. And then the last one here is actually a new release that was not on sale, but it was a really good price either way. And it's actually a Steelbook, a 4K Steelbook. This is The Punisher. And this is the Thomas Jane Punisher. Yeah, this is one that I've actually been thinking about recently, that I wanted to rewatch it because I liked it the first time I saw it many, many years ago when it was new on home media, I guess is when I saw it for the first time. And I liked it. My buddy and I watched it and we had a good time. But this one gets so much hate. And so I wanted to give it another shot and see, hey, was I missing something? Okay, was I wrong? Is this not really that great of a movie? I don't know. But yeah, so I'm excited. This Steelbook looks beautiful. I always think about it after the fact. I should have opened this, but I haven't done that yet, so I didn't. But yeah, the Steelbook looks great. It's another one that has like a slip cover with the Steelbook, which you guys know I just love that. And so yeah, a really cool slip. And this one was a really good price on 4K. And I don't own this one in any other format in my collection. So that's why I ended up running out and grabbing it. And it looks like this one might be a little bit more difficult to find, at least like the first week it came out. My buddy had none within like 250 miles of him. My stores only had like 2 in the area that had it. So I figured, you know what? Let's not sleep on this one. Let's just grab it now. It's a good price. So I might as well pick it up because I definitely know that I want this one in my collection at some point. So this is a great way to do that. So Unbreakable is the last 4K item I grabbed, and of course on the Steelbook, which is even better. And so next up, I'm going to jump over to the Blu-rays I grabbed. More sale items. You guys know I love buying things on sale. I'm cheap. But the next ones here, stick with that Steelbook theme. We have Ultra Q, Ultraman, and you guessed it, Ultra 7. So these all are the Mill Creek Entertainment Steelbooks of the complete series of all 3 of these. And I have been waiting like over a year to finally add these to my collection. they drop down to like $10 each. And I think they currently are that. If you're watching this video when it's new, I think you can still get these for like $10 on Amazon right now. And they are gorgeous. So I've heard wonderful things about the shows, they match. And so that's just awesome also, because you have 1, 2, 3, and I think there's 7 in total. But I've heard great things about the show. They're all kind of different, like Ultra Q. I don't even think this one actually has Ultraman in it, but I hear it's like a Twilight Zone style show, but it has like a Monster of the Week type of thing. And then you finally get into Ultraman, and then the sequel series Ultra 7. And so I've heard wonderful things. I wanted to watch these ever since I watched the review of these from Serial at Midnight. Heath talked about them, and he just made them sound so fun. And because of that, I wanted to add them to the collection, but I've just been being cheap and didn't buy them. I think they were like normally $20 a pop or something like that. So not a bad price by any stretch, but $10 is obviously better. And so when they've dropped down, I knew I had to grab them, and they're just going to look so beautiful on the shelf also. I love this. So hopefully, because these 3 have been on sale for so long now, maybe a week or 2, hopefully they'll have like 4 through 7 on sale as well, because if I can get this whole thing for $70, I mean, yeah, I'm probably going to do that. Like, why not? But yeah, so Ultraman, Ultra Q, and Ultra 7, Series 1, 2, and 3 in these gorgeous steelbooks from Mill Creek. So awesome ones for the collection there. My table's getting heavy now because there's 4 steelbooks on it. So now let's jump over to a couple items I grabbed on Blu-ray from Second and Charles. This was, fortunately, gift card money here. And both of these are actually in the clearance section, so they're a really good price. But the first one is After Earth. So speaking of M. Night Shyamalan, this is actually one of the M. Night Shyamalan films that I have yet to see. And I've heard very mixed things about it, but I love sci-fi and Shyamalan, so I'm guessing I'll probably enjoy this. This one has Will Smith and his son, Jaden Smith. And like I said, I've heard mixed things, but I don't know, it just seems fun to me. So I'm excited to have this one in the collection now on Blu-ray, After Earth. And I think I recently found the novelization for that one as well, which is another reason I wanted it in my collection. And the second clearance bin Blu-ray I grabbed from Second and Charles is Max Payne. This is a movie that I really enjoy. We actually did a video game arc on the Cinefessions podcast years and years ago now, and one of the movies we watched and discussed was Max Payne, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. The video game is so very unique and stylish, especially for its time, and I think this does a really good job of capturing that essence, that idea, I guess. And so I've always enjoyed this. I like Mark Wahlberg. He's just a good actor. He's fun to watch. And so, yeah, this is a good movie. I'm happy to have it on Blu-ray now, because I think when I watched it for the podcast, I think I actually had to do it streaming because I didn't own it in physical media. So happy to have that one in the physical collection now. Another cheap one here that I grabbed off of Amazon at the very beginning of the year is Mrs. Doubtfire. So I have no idea how I didn't have this one in my collection already, but it was not on any format in my collection, and so now it is on Blu-ray. And I used to watch this movie so often as a kid, it was crazy, but I loved it. I had it on VHS. Unfortunately, I've lost the VHS since then, but this is just a great film. It's hilarious. Robin Williams is so good in this, and there's just a lot of heart here, and I've loved it ever since I was a kid, and so very happy to have this one now in the collection on Blu-ray. Mrs. Doubtfire, and what I was shocked about, this movie is like surprisingly long. I'm not seeing the runtime now, but I was looking at it the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, is this really that long? Like, it's over 2 hours. And I don't know how, as a young kid, I was watching this so often when it was such a long movie, but that just goes to show how good it is, how engaging it is. So anyway, with that said, Mrs. Doubtfire, another one for the Blu-ray collection. Looking through what I have left here, I have 3 left, and I guess all 3 of these were bought thanks to my gift card money from Amazon, which I actually have quite a bit left, and so I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it here in the month of February, but I'm sure you guys will hear at the beginning of March what I end up grabbing. But anyway, here, this first one is a horror movie that honestly, I don't even know if I'd heard of it before. I think it was Broke Ass Horror on Twitter. I think he retweeted it and was talking this movie up, and it sounds really interesting. This is Saint Maud, and this is supposed to be like a chilling and boldly original vision of faith, madness, and salvation in a fallen world. So I don't really know anything about this one, but it had, good word of mouth from what I saw on Twitter. It dropped down to a really good price, and I'm always, interested in some new, interesting horror horror. So why not give this one a shot? And I love, okay, so excluding this silly little Rotten Tomato sticker there, I love this slipcover. It's gorgeous. I wish it's even on the cover too, which is so annoying. But like, other than that, because that really kills the aesthetic, but other than that, this is just a beautiful, I'll just go like that. It's a beautiful slipcover. And so, yeah, I figured I would give this one a shot and see if it's any good or not. If you've seen Saint Maud, let me know what your thoughts were down below, because I really am intrigued to see if that one's going to be good. And then the latest from Vestron Video, we have Candyman Day of the Dead. And now this completes my Candyman collection. I have the entire series now on Blu-ray, at least. I guess the original series is on Blu-ray, and then the remake is on 4K in my collection. But either way, I am really excited to have this. I've never seen any of the Candyman sequels, and so I am going to definitely do a rank and review on this, and I cannot wait to talk about them. But Candyman Day of the Dead from Vestron Video, this is spine number 24. I honestly don't know if I'm going to buy the next one. It's a, like, I guess it's like a fantasy, I don't know, it looks like a fantasy, like, romance drama type thing. It doesn't really look like something I'll enjoy it, but it has known actors in it. Corey Feldman is in it, and so I don't know if I'm going to get that one or not. It's really cheap. It's like $13 right now on Amazon to pre-order it, but I don't know. Let me know if you guys are picking up the next one. I can't think of the name of it. I'll put a picture up of it so you know what I'm talking about, but let me know if you're going to grab that one, and if it's any good or not, then maybe I'll grab it as well. But moving on to the last one here, this is a collection from Arrow Video that I think looks so interesting, and it went on sale last month for a really good price, and then with my gift card money, I said, you know what, let's give it a shot. This is Weird Wisconsin, the Bill Rebane collection. So there are actually like 6 different Bill Rebane films in here, including Who is Bill Rebane, which is a 7th movie, because that's a feature-length documentary on Bill Rebane. So this is all movies filmed in Wisconsin, and I really like regional horror like that. At least I like the idea of regional horror. I don't know how many I've actually seen before, but I'm excited to dive into these. Like, it just runs the gamut from like sci-fi, horror, I don't even know, like just weird like movies that sound really weird. There is the Monsters A Go-Go, Invasion from Inner Earth, The Alpha Incident, The Demons of Ludlow, The Game, and Twister's Revenge, which is a monster truck with artificial intelligence. Like, I don't know, like these just sound so goofy and fun. And so I am really intrigued to check this one out, see what it's all about. It looks just like a lot of fun, and just a cool kind of set piece to have in my collection as well. So the Bill Rebane collection, Weird Wisconsin, another one that I'm just really excited to see what the heck is on this thing. So I'd love to talk through this Blu-ray collection at some point here on the channel. So again, if you guys are interested, just let me know down below and I can prioritize this. But yeah, Bill Rebane, I'm going to find out who Bill Rebane is with the Weird Wisconsin set from Arrow Video. So that is going to wrap up everything else that I ended up grabbing in the month of January. All right, what a fun month of movies, from Scooby-Doo all the way up to Kaiju. Like, it's just crazy, with a little regional horror mixed in there for good measure, because, I mean, why not? So yeah, this was a great month, and I am really excited to get watching some of these items here. So let me know down in the comments below if there's anything in here you guys would like me to talk about, like that Weird Wisconsin set. Are you interested to hear my thoughts on that one? Do you want me to do a Candyman rank and review series on that? Like, let me know what you would love to hear me talk about down below, and I will definitely try to prioritize that. But more importantly, let me know what you guys ended up grabbing last month. Was there anything here that you got also, or anything that you think I should have grabbed last month that I missed out on? Let me know down in the comments below. I always appreciate all of your feedback down there, so thank you so much for all of that. If you guys did enjoy this video though, please give it a like down below. That really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies or collectibles, I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, manga, graphic novels. If it's media related, I'm interested in it, and if you are too, you might consider subscribing. But alright guys, that is going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.